A little bit of jamming around there on my T-armond equipped 57 reissue duo jet. I just recently fitted these pickups and they're really cool. I've always loved this guitar. I've always loved the look of it. The sound's, always been cool, but I just felt like there could be a little bit more character from the pickups, particularly on the solid body. I don't mind the stock Dynasonics on the hollow body, but having said that, after fitting these, it'll be very tempting to do the same with my hollow body 6120. So what you were listening to just there was on the bridge pickup. So what TV Jones has wanted to do with these pickups is take a little bit of that brittle edge that the stock Dynasonics have, the stock Gretsch Dynasonics have, and he's wanted to, I guess, sweeten up the sound a little bit. In my opinion, straight off the bat, once I'd fitted these pickups, all I thought was it reminds me a lot of when you compare the Gretsch Filtertrons with the TV Jones Filtertrons. It's that same kind of character change where it's a little bit sweeter, a little bit more perhaps user-friendly. Especially in this scenario on the bridge pickup. First thing I noticed, I had a look on the TV Jones website just now, and the bridge pickup here is actually 11.75k, 11.75k. That's the rating. I think that's the impedance. Yeah, I don't know a lot about the electronic side of these things, but basically it's a slightly hotter pickup compared to what Gretsch are putting out at the moment, and it's more in line with the vintage ones. I think the Gretsch pickups now are running the bridge and neck around the 8k mark. The neck on this is at about 8.5. So let's have a listen to that. So that was the bridge initially. Let's go to the neck. So there's a little bit of noodling around on the neck pickup there. It's a very sweet sound. Something that I remember reading when I was investigating the T-armond pickups was that the stock Dynasonics tend to be a bit boomy, and they've definitely they've sort of wrangled the tone in a little bit. It's a little bit squeezed up, if that makes sense. It's just a little bit nicer. It doesn't sort of rattle your teeth like the stock Dynasonics. I do feel like there's a little tiny bit, it's a tighter sound on the bassy strings, and there's a bit more punch on the stock Dynas, and that's where the brittleness in some ways has some advantage, but at the same time can be a bit hard on the ears. So these pickups are just a little nicer on the ears, and they're a little smoother, definitely a little bit smoother. Let's go with the neck, the neck and bridge in combination. Let's have a bit of a listen. Ooh. This clip is about the pickups, not my playing, so anyway. Oh yeah, that's a cool sound. So that middle selection I've always liked with the stock Dynasonics, and it really comes alive with these two. It's really sweet. Also, you'll notice that I've taken the scratch plate off. I just did that because it looks cool, and I had to do it to take the pickups off, and kind of looks cool, so I'll leave it for now. Something else worth mentioning, compared with the Seymour Duncans, I have had the pleasure of playing a Seymour Duncan clad 6120. So obviously some different characteristics in the body, but I can say that bang for buck, these pickups are fantastic, even in comparison with the Seymour Duncans, which are a lot more expensive, as far as I know. The main difference would probably be that the neck's a bit hotter in the Seymour Duncans. They both run around the 11k mark, and they tend to break up quite quickly. And it's a very smooth break up, but they definitely break up a bit earlier than the T-armonds. The T-armonds, I think, break up smoothly as well, but they just take a little bit more push through your amp or whatever. And I really like the way these pickups actually... like we when you really start to dig in, they have that little bit of bite, just like the vintage ones, where the stock ones tend to... It's more of a break up than a bitey, warm sort of overdrive. Let's actually try it with a little bit of overdrive. Just keep... Alright, so this is the bridge. For a second there. That's a really awesome sound. To be honest, that's the first time I've done that. Let's try that on the neck. Let's try something else. Alright. Alright, really nice warm mid-tone. And then on the neck, you're probably going to get that real honk. Cool sound. I don't noodle around a lot with that kind of a tone. I tend to play clean, but that's really cool. It's kind of that real nice, warm, smooth. Hopefully that's not breaking up too much. So make me think of a piano. Yeah, I didn't quite pull that off. But yeah, especially those lower strings. So on the whole, I think these pickups are fantastic, and if you're thinking about upgrading your Gretsch to the T-armonds, there's, especially if you want it to sound more like the vintage ones. I mean, you know, it's a 11.75k, which rates a lot closer to the original ones than what Gretsch are putting out now, and that neck pickup, so it's just that little bit sweeter and it's not so boomy, and when you flick this way, when you flick from the bridge to the neck, it doesn't just die, which I find that the stock ones do a little bit. Like I said, they're both cool. I do use the stock diners on my 6120, but if it was an easy process and I hadn't had a fair bit of work done to that guitar, I would probably just chuck these in because they're so cool. They just sound great. So check them out. That info, if you want to check them out, you can go to www.tvjones.com. Yeah, and I definitely recommend giving them a go. You can get them in P90 form as well. which will fit on anything, and there's probably a few different variations worth checking out. Thanks for watching the video. I'll do some more tutorials on the whole psychobilly thing and a bit of rockabilly stuff. So yeah, subscribe and keep track. Thanks for watching.